Premium Hondas are coming back to a showroom near you. Yes, Honda has confirmed that models from their international lineup will make their way to India again after a brief hiatus. The first of those models is this, the new Honda ZR-V. Over this video, I'll give you a quick introduction to the model. Now, in terms of styling, this is pretty standard Honda fare. It's not got the edgy look that we've seen on the Honda City that debuted just today. This is a model that came out in 2022, so it's all about softer lines and contours. You get these nice, pretty well detailed and spread out headlamps, and besides that is a slightly low set grille, which with its vertical strakes almost looks like it's come off a Maserati. Now let's move over to the sides. Now at the sides you get 18-inch alloy wheels, which are pretty attractive. There's a 56-55mm wheelbase, which, just for reference, is just slightly larger than what you get on the Elevate. But this is a significantly larger vehicle on the whole because of the large front overhang, large rear overhang. But another thing that you would have picked up from this angle is that the ZR-V is not a hulking SUV. Honda likes to keep its center of gravity low, and hence the roofline is also quite low. I'd call it a more crossover than SUV in that sense. So you get a fairly conventional window line that leads into this almost SUV coupe-like tail end. I like the way it flows down. Pretty straightforward tail lamps at the back, and the thing to bring in is that there is no connected light bar, which is something we've almost come to expect in any new car launched in 2026. So in its own way, it will give the ZR-V's rear end a bit of distinction. Now the powered tailgate opens up to reveal a pretty deep storage area for your luggage, although there's no spare tire at all because the hybrid paraphernalia is under this section. The rear seats do fold down, and you get as much as 1,300 liters of boot space at the max position. The ZR-V's interior is a premium space. You get a generous use of the soft touch materials right over here. Even on the center console, it feels properly premium, properly expensive, and that's what you want. Now, of the other things, the dashboard design is pretty simple, but that is a good thing because you get a great view out. All the screens are low set. The dashboard sill is also low, really puts you at ease inside. Steering wheel, great to hold. You get 10.25-inch digital dials, a 9-inch touchscreen. Now the screen size might not be the largest in the segment, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. What I do really like is the fact that Honda has retained physical dials for the climate control system. Really nice to see this in a new car. Another unique feature on the ZR-V is that there's no traditional gear selector. You get buttons for parking, reverse, neutral, and drive. You also get a toggle for the drive mode selector. The front seats are also really nicely done. Typical of Honda, great seating position, very well contoured, superbly padded. But when you're at the front seat, it might not be as much of an issue. But if you notice, there is no sunroof to look up through. Now, first impressions of the ZR-V's rear seat experience. The seat is again very nicely padded. You can really sit back and chill out here. But the seating position does take away from that score, and that's because the floor is quite high. Your knees are also in a knees up seating position. As for space, it is decent, but it's not exceptional. This driver's seat is set quite far back, so this is not a very representative sort of figure. But yeah, it isn't the roomiest car for the money Honda will command for it. Now with the ZR-V, Honda wants to really underline their prowess in hybrids. So this one comes to India as a hybrid as well. The electric motor and engine put out a combined 184 horsepower and 315 Newton meters of torque. Honda claims a sub 8-second 0 to 100 kps time, but the real talking point is the fuel economy figure, which is upwards of 22 kilometers per liter. Now, power goes to the front wheels via an eCVT. Honda wants you to actually see the ZR-V as a SUV or crossover that you can really enjoy driving. They've stressed upon it on their presentation that this is a car that keen drivers will really love to drive. So there are high expectations for performance, there are high expectations for handling, but that is a story for another day when we actually get to drive the ZR-V. Honda hasn't announced prices for the ZR-V just as yet, but we expect prices to come in between the 40 to 50 lakh rupee price bracket. You have to remember that the ZR-V comes to India as a full import, which means it is subject to the full bevy of customs duty and other taxes. What do you think of the ZR-V? Are they onto something with a model like this? And which other models from Honda's global portfolio would you like to see in India? Let us know in the comment section below. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to Autocar India. Thank you for watching.